Way too long is the answer.
I can't wait to hear that music, you know.
I know. I've done over a 20-year run of being in it every season. We dropped out, and it's taken us a lot longer to get back into it than we thought. This is a mock draw. You're probably thinking, what, are we just pulling, things out of a hat? Yeah, we are. We're pulling teams out of a bowl. But the idea is looking ahead to the group stage and how it could look for Arsenal as we play edging towards winter, trying to qualify out, get to that knockout stage in the new year. We thought we'd have a little look at what those runs could look like by each building our own group. Are we all ready to do it?
We're ready.
Yeah? Before we do get into the actual picking teams out, let's just let everyone know who we can't get. Arsenal are in pot 2, which means we cannot get Real Madrid.
Yes.
That celebration.
Bellingham's been unbelievable. Imagine. No.
Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid. So no trip whatsoever to Madrid. Okay. RB Leipzig and Porto. We will not be drawing them because they're all in pot 2 with Arsenal. We will also not be drawn with Manchester City, Manchester United also in pot 2, and Newcastle United in pot 4 because, of course, you can't play teams from the same country. We've got pot 1 in front of us. Who wants to go first and pick their team? Go on, Cecil. I know you're itching to do it. Go on. Cool. You're itching to do it. You got to do the shake, obviously.
As the oldest here.
Yeah.
The oldest here, Oh, who put him in? All right, we've got it. It's all good. Here we go.
There you go. You got your name.
First pick.
Show it to the camera. Who do you want?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who have we got? Benfica. Benfica. Listen, of all the teams in pot 1, of which there are some very good ones.
I'll take this.
We've said this about teams before, but Benfica would be a more favourable pot 1 draw.
Always a good side in the Champions League, but you're not shook if you draw them, are you? I mean, it's a nice trip as well.
Good support though. I was in Lisbon a couple of months ago, and the support for Benfica.
Oh yeah, we said this about Sporting. Well. You're right. We said this about Sporting.
They've got great support, and the other thing is their ground is exactly the same as the Emirates.
It's nice.
Do you know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Literally like a spitting image.
It's the same ground. It's literally the same ground, just different
design.
But it's the same design.
I'll take that. I'll take Benfica. It's not Bayern, it's not Barcelona, so I'll take that.
Am I the only one that wants a big club?
No, I'd like a big club.
I think people in Portugal would be very offended by that.
But listen, Benfica are a big club. Champions League winners, if I'm not mistaken. They've won it before. But I mean,
give it a squeeze.
And Bayern Munich. This is why we're here.
Nah, but
I don't want to face. I don't want to face teams that are like.
But later, I want Bayern.
And Laurie's team, pot 1 is.
Oh.
Yeah, you can go to that one.
Napoli.
The trip to Italy.
Napoli.
I was just chatting to Robbie about
Victor
Napoli,
Osimhen,
and I know you're quite impressed with them.
No, they're very, very good side, man. Victor Osimhen, you know what I mean, and the rest. You know what I mean?
Did amazing last season.
I wouldn't want to draw them. They're very, very good. Remember that last year they started off by. It was a shock that they didn't go all the way to the final. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it was.
And remember, they beat Liverpool. At Anfield. We beat them at Anfield, wasn't it? Or was it at Napoli? But
no, Napoli.
I know they beat Liverpool in one of the games, so they are a good side.
And domestically, you know what I mean?
Very strong.
Just won the title,
strong.
Turkish, you're up.
Let's go.
Go for it.
You want some big
Bayern
thing.
Munich, let's get it.
Don't say that.
This is why we're here, bro. Otherwise, might as well be in Europe.
It will be. We will get that tomorrow. Watch. I mean, today.
There's no doubt we're playing Harry Kane.
100%.
At some point, surely.
We got here. Light.
Sevilla. I'd take that.
Sevilla.
I'd take that.
Lovely trip as well. Lovely trip.
Sevilla, one of those teams that people underestimate at their peril.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
In Europe,
their team would slip up on big time. They got good European.
Okay. Robbie, you're up.
Wait.
There's a lot of big teams left on.
A lot.
Watch Robbie be the one to get Bayern watch.
Get Feyenoord or something.
Are they pop?
Oh no, they are. Yeah, they won the league, innit? Yeah, they won the league.
Here we go.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
There you go.
This is rigged. It's rigged.
There you go.
I am hoping.
Drawn 4 times.
I hope tomorrow we do not draw at Bayern Munich. I've got still scars of those 5-1s, right, at Bayern Munich, being there. And now they've got Harry Kane on top of that. This is the one team I do not want to get. So please.
He scored again at the weekend.
Scored twice at the weekend.
Okay. So, as you said, a lot of big teams still left in it. Who have we got? I can't believe you drew Bayern Munich. Barcelona.
That would be another tough one.
Barcelona. What a trip, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but
Do you know what?
Their ground.
Barcelona, great trip.
Yeah.
Horrible
Wayne
place
Yeah.
to watch a game of football as an away fan.
So he put you up in the.
Like,
in
it's like
the-
Newcastle, but worse.
If you think Newcastle is bad, go to Bayern, mate.
And
Go
then
to Barca.
as well, they got the
Yeah, it's terrible.
They're redoing the new camp. Are they still playing in it? I think
They're still playing it. Yeah.
Because I know they're completely redoing that stadium, which is a shame because it's got a lot of history.
I'm looking at these two and saying revenge. That's,
I get what
that's
you
why I
mean.
want to face them. My
not
first
there.
interview on AFTV, Rob, Bayern Munich.
I remember.
Yeah, 5-1, Luton Airport. Yeah, I want to face these man with Kane, fam. And then these lot years before, year after year.
No,
Give me one of them.
No,
Give me one of them.
not yet.
I'm hearing Turkish. I sort of want one of them,
Later
and then
on.
the other two I want to be really favourable.
No, I don't
but I want
want
one.
no.
So who's here got the worst straw so far? After every round, we're going to think Barcelona league champions.
No,
as well?
Bayern.
I think Bayern, man, with Harry
Barca.
Kane.
I think this is the worst. Or Benfica.
No,
What do you mean?
No, the hardest. Who's got the hardest group?
Hardest
so far?
one is
hardest.
Bayern.
Okay.
It's between Bayern and Napoli.
Yeah.
I think
Bayern,
you know
Napoli,
what
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Remember we did a
Barcelona,
pre-season to them. I know
Lewandowski.
I know it was pre-season,
You know what I mean?
but
Oh yeah, we did beat them.
we
Don't you think
dominated that
Lewandowski's a
game.
bit shot now?
No, champions of Spain. You know what I mean? They've got a very, very good team.
But in
Spanish
pre-season though, we
I mean,
gave
just
them a
about
run.
to sign
The Spanish league, am I right in thinking, is not as strong as it's been in
Nah,
recent
it's
years?
not.
It's not strong, but it's still and they got.
I'd say Bayern is
the out and out, strongest. But Napoli are not far
Napoli
behind.
next.
Yeah.
So the two teams that didn't make it out were PSG and Feyenoord. So those are the two teams
I want Feyenoord tomorrow.
we all avoided.
Even
I want
even
PSG. You got
is
to want
PSG's
Mbappe to
the
be
same
in charge,
beast.
yeah.
Well, Mbappe's
They're not.
Yeah, Mbappe's still there. That'll be he'll definitely bag against us. But
They're not. You make a good point, but I just feel
it's not that.
Arsenal versus PSG. You're not as for me. I'm personally not confident going if we had that.
Yeah,
going into that game.
I hear that.
I know they haven't been great, but it's just.
Right, we're going pot 3.
Let's well, of course we are in pot 2 as we mentioned. We listed all the clubs that won't be in it, so straight to pot 3. Ready for pot 3. You know what? I'm going to kick things off. There's a lot of teams
I'm gonna keep the same order.
in here. That's probably what UEFA would do. You know, they'd probably be a bit more professional, but I'm mixing it up.
You think that?
Yeah. Okay,
probably
so
take-
I had Barcelona first
take
and
3
Red Bull
hours.
Salzburg.
Yeah, I'd have that.
That is my pot 3. Barcelona and Red Bull joining Arsenal. One more team. Red Bull have been tormenting me in the F1. Hopefully not. Here. Okay, Robbie, up you go.
Let's go around the other way. Let's go around the other way this
I'm
time.
gonna be lost.
Right.
Squeeze.
Oh, here we go. Struggling like a Wenger with a jacket. Oh no, what we got?
Joining Bayern Munich and Arsenal.
Rangers.
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 But don't forget, it's Rangers or PSV.
Right,
Rangers
so,
or PSV. Yeah,
probably-
Rangers or PSV.
and a reminder to everyone, maybe I should have said this earlier in the video, there are a few qualifiers that are still being done. It could be Rangers or PSV. There is also a chance that one of those teams that goes through might slightly impact who in pot 3 and pot 4 is placed in which pot, but we're having a bit of fun, so don't worry too much about it.
Rangers. I'll take
Rangers,
that.
that'd be a lovely
Or
trip.
PSV, mind you, PSV, they beat us.
Oh,
I'll take that as well.
We lost away. I'll take that because we beat them at home. We lost away.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Did
No,
we
yeah,
draw?
we don't. No, we beat them.
we beat them home.
Beat them at home. We
One-nil.
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
away.
yeah.
I'll take PSV though.
100%. So far, your group is good.
That's a strong group.
That's what
Bayern
you
and
want.
Rangers or PSV.
No, I don't
That's
want
a strong
Bayern.
group.
Munich
Don't
and
Some big ties there. All right, Turkish is up.
I prefer that group. It's
Joining Sevilla and Arsenal.
who are the toughest ones in
In
this
the group
pot?
of
I can't even
Turkish.
remember.
Well, as you read them out,
Let's see what's going on.
there are the likes of AC Milan's in there, Lazio's in there,
Give me AC.
I'd like
Red
AC
Star, Red Star, Shakhtar Donetsk,
Ooh.
Lazio.
This ain't a bad one.
Lazio.
Lazio.
This
There you
ain't
go.
a bad one. Lazio.
Yeah, that's
I'll
a
take
trip.
that.
This ain't a bad one.
That's a great trip.
No
Side.
Milinkovic Savic anymore.
Yeah,
Sevilla,
that's true.
Lazio, and
It's a
Arsenal.
tough away day though.
Turkish's group. Right, you're up,
Away night.
Laurie. He doesn't even bother. He just goes, "I'll have that one." Pretty much what UEFA do. Who have we got, Laurie? Joining Napoli and Arsenal.
Interesting.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shakhtar, take that.
Shakhtar Donetsk, Arsenal.
that.
We've played them a few times in the Champions League. I remember Fabregas, Wilshere,
Yeah, yeah,
days
yeah,
against
yeah.
Shakhtar. A few 5-1 wins at home.
And then the Mudryk stuff as well. recently.
Oh yeah,
They did all right. Yeah, they did all right in the group stage, didn't they?
you're up, Seth.
Yeah,
Give it
they
a
did.
squeeze. There
Right, who
you
you
go.
got?
He's trying to spin
No
it.
comment. I was trying to twist it off.
Who have we got? Who's in your group as well? Benfica.
Benfica's
joining Benfica and Arsenal in Cecil's group.
Young boys.
Young boys. Okay.
Boys, take that.
I've got a good, a safe group. Nice.
So I think Young Boys might be one of the teams that could drop to pot 4, depending. So that's it. Everyone's got their 2 teams. Arsenal in all their groups.
Well,
your group is looking real Europa League-ish.
Yeah, but
Young Boys, Benfica.
that's all right.
Yeah,
I like those sort of trips.
Yeah, but I like that group. That's the sort of
Mine's looking Europa League-ish as well. I'm just saying.
Sevilla, Lazio. No, they're the kind of teams that might drop into the
Europa League.
Young Boys definitely in there.
So far, the group that I'd fear the most in terms of getting through is Bayern Munich Rangers. I think Rangers, the away,
or PSV.
Rangers or PSV, yeah.
Because the away day.
I fancy us against Rangers, but the Bayern thing.
Yeah.
Right, who we're going to get in that last pot?
Pot 4. Let's have a little look. And just a reminder of the teams we didn't get in pot 3. It could have been AC Milan. It could have been Braga. No one got Red Star Belgrade right. So yeah, a few teams.
Braga, they're Portuguese side.
Yep.
So a big team, AC Milan, that we missed there. Not only a couple of years ago, they actually won the.
I don't think you want to be getting AC Milan because to me, in those other pots, how I look on it, you'll accept a big team in pot 1. But the other pots, you want those to be easy, man, so that you can get through.
They done well.
Remember, it's the top 2 teams that get through.
Well, a couple of really good sides in pot 4. Trip to Galatasaray, which, never easy. Real Sociedad in there. Celtic as well. Newcastle, but of course we can't get Newcastle. So... Yeah.
Kieran Tierney, if we got Sociedad, would Kieran Tierney be able to play?
He's on loan, so surely
Surely, I think those rules don't apply when it's...
That's a great question.
I think actually he would be able to play because I'm almost sure those rules don't apply.
All right, let's start with...
Only in the Premier League.
I didn't know that.
Let's start with Turkish. Off you go.
Galatasaray.
Look at him.
So joining reminder, Sevilla and Lazio,
Galatasaray adds to his, that's the group.
Sevilla and Lazio.
You want to get knocked out. You said final.
I want proper European away nights. And I'm not saying that it's not proper going to.
Bro, you want sleepless nights with that, bro. You don't want away nights.
Oh. Union Berlin. Now
that's a good one.
That's
a good one.
Those are 3 very awkward teams. Sevilla away, Lazio away, Union Berlin away.
Yeah, but they're all winnable, though. Aren't they?
Whoa.
Especially at home. Like, you'd fancy Arsenal against all of those teams.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And Union Berlin, by the way, that'd be a great trip. Berlin, as we know, brilliant city. Always great to watch football in Germany. But Union Berlin, their fans, incredible. Many people say they got the best fans in Germany, and the German fans are good.
Yeah. And it's my favourite city in Germany.
Is it?
Well.
So
Berlin's
a trip to Germany, Spain.
I'll take that group right now.
That's not bad. All right, let's go the other way around. Robbie, you're up.
All right.
Joining Bayern Munich and Rangers. You can't get Celtic. There you go. You've done it. Now I understand how the others feel. UEFA. That's what it takes.
Real Sociedad.
Kieran Tierney. That's a group. That'd be a
tricky old group.
That would be a tough group.
It's a fun group. It'd be a tricky group.
Rangers or PSV.
You'd fancy us against Sociedad at home. Obviously Bayern, Harry Kane thing. I wouldn't fancy that. You fancy us against Rangers, home and away. So I'll be happy with that group. I'll be happy with that.
So was that Germany? It could be Germany, Spain.
Spain,
or Portugal,
and
Scotland. Or Scotland, because unfortunately, PSV.
Yeah, it could be PSV, not Portugal.
Sorry,
the
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Netherlands, PSV, of course I was there last week.
He's going around. To be fair, you're also there in Lisbon, so I think that's
that's what was throwing me.
Joining Barcelona, Red Bull Salzburg and Arsenal in the group of James is...
Group of James.
Copenhagen.
Nice. Take that.
Don't forget, Copenhagen, Krasnodar. But Copenhagen should make it through. They're 1-0 up in the first leg. So.
There you go. Thank you. I didn't know that, so thanks for doing your research.
Right.
You're up, Cecil.
Who you got? Benfica, Young Boys. I like that group.
Whoa.
Hey, that's Europa League music. Done that.
Joining Young Boys and Benfica. Galatasaray. Okay.
Galatasaray.
The group's got a bit tastier.
Yeah.
Not sure if I'd want to draw Galatasaray because they've also got great support in the UK as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
you've only got to go to my gym to see that where I live in Enfield.
Enfield, home away from home.
Yeah.
Right, who we got? Joining weight, remind us, Napoli and Shakhtar Donetsk is Lens. The trip to France.
Trip to France, northern France. Lens they were really good last season.
Surprise
good
team,
side, man. Yeah,
They have lost that midfielder we've been linked
They
to.
lost that Seko Fofana, though, hasn't he?
That's
He's gone to Saudi Arabia. He's a good player. He is.
Okay.
With those French teams, they've always got like a couple players that no one's really heard of, but they always.
Seko Fofana was actually at Man City.
Was he?
Yeah. He was at Man City, like, you know, they
when the academy, or was he? Or was he actually just didn't figure for the
it was
first
the academy, but he was at this Man City and then he left, went to Lens, tore it up. Absolutely, if you see him play, brilliant player. But now he's gone to Saudi Arabia.
He's got the bag.
So out of the groups,
So should we ask?
there's no groups of deaths here, is there?
I would say yours is semi group of
That's
death.
not
The group of death would be Bayern Munich.
Should we build a group of death?
Galatasaray.
Yeah.
Like,
Munich.
with all the options,
Right.
Go on, let's
Bayern
build-
Munich in pot 1. You could also have PSG,
You
Barcelona.
could, you could have, or Napoli.
Pot 3. So I think it's like Bayern Munich, Arsenal, AC Milan,
Yeah.
and Real Sociedad or Galatasaray.
Gal-
So Sociedad from
Galatasaray.
Spain, AC Milan, Italy.
For me, Bayern, AC, Galatasaray would be the toughest one.
Yeah.
What about Napoli?
Yeah, that's tough.
But Napoli are in Bayern's one, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can't really.
So you say again, Bayern?
Bayern, AC Milan, Galatasaray.
That's a
my
mad
God,
group.
please.
That's a
Nah,
mad.
Them away trips.
You don't want that,
Crazy.
You don't want that. That's free tough.
There's
game.
there's other trips though in pot 4, like Celtic away. I don't fancy that. Like, you know what? Okay, not I don't fancy that, but just it will be a proper night and it will be one of those where
Battle of
you
Britain.
think you should be all right, but maybe you've played someone difficult the weekend before. You're not quite at your best.
And it's the hype of the game, isn't it?
Even
You'll get
Rangers.
the Battle of Britain.
Champions League
Rangers make
heritage was Celtic having like 20% possession, 5 shots. Barcelona having 80%, 30 shots, and they won 2-1.
Yeah.
Celtic.
Yeah.
Like that is
that.
just, that can happen. Who here's got the worst group then?
We should let the comments decide. Who do you?
Yeah.
Who do you? Yeah. I think
Let's
we should-
remind everyone. Turkish, read your group.
Sevilla, Lazio, Union Berlin. Obviously, Arsenal being the
That's a
fourth team.
sticky group for me. That's like we should go through.
It's a group I see as top.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Bayern Munich, Rangers, Real Sociedad, and Arsenal, of course.
That's been
Rangers
the
or
hardest.
PSV. So I
That's
think that is
not
the
an
hardest.
that's not an easy group.
I've got Barcelona, Salzburg, Copenhagen, and this is the group I'd want. I'd want, like you said, like a
One top
big
team.
gun, like let's go for it, European nights. But 2 that I feel confident we're
Get
picking
those
up.
big ones later.
I get that though. Now you said it, I kind of
Do you
get
not think
it.
we
but
need that early on
I
when
want-
it's not about going out and it's
Just want to
like,
go through, man.
You know, I miss playing big European
know,
sides.
yeah,
Later on,
I
man.
know in the
it's-
European League
If we swapped out young boys for Salzburg, I think that group would be. That would make sense to me. That'd be a nice group.
I like your group.
go on.
Arsenal, obviously, Benfica, Young Boys, and then Galatasaray.
Well, actually, I don't like
It's the Galatasaray that's frozen.
Galatasaray.
Benfica and Galatasaray, I think that's
But you
awkward.
could, winnable. You could top a group like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could see shit. Arsenal should top a group
should.
like that.
And you, Laura?
Napoli of Italy, Shakhtar Donetsk of Ukraine, and Lens of France.
Okay, there we
Take
go.
that. Take that.
All
Take
right.
that group.
Before we round this off, I just have a question for you all. Here it is. We've never lifted it. I actually refuse to touch it, even though this is a replica at DR Sports. I still refuse to touch it.
Touch it.
No. What's it going to take? I mean, joking apart, if we're mapping out what Arsenal need to do, we've got 1 day left of the transfer window. It's about things like squad depth. It's about things like a group that isn't too taxing. Turkish. What's it going to take to finally get our hands on this trophy?
It's hard to say, because I think one thing that let us down in the league last year is inexperience. So that could potentially be a hindrance this season. Even though I look around and I think the European clubs ain't what they was when we were last in the Champions League, in my opinion. I don't think they're as strong all round. So you need the quality. I think we have the quality. We don't have the experience, but luck of the draw and luck on the pitch can play a part. So all things considered, no one thought it would be a Milan derby for a semi-final last year.
That's very true.
And the luck of the draw worked it worked out that way with Inter. I think it was knocking Napoli out. Was it Inter?
AC Milan knocked.
Oh,
Yes, AC Milan knocked out Napoli.
AC, yeah. So that was a surprise.
Beat
But
Benfica and AC Milan knocked out Tottenham.
it'll
as
be
well.
a tough ask, but I think luck of the draw and quality.
Yeah. Anyone else got any other thoughts on?
Listen, as you said, it's our first time at the rodeo for a long time now, but I'm not expecting us to win it, let's be honest. But if we can get a good run, I want to definitely get out of the group stage. myself and Robbie were saying earlier, if we get to the quarterfinal, I'll take that. Anything else would be a bonus.
I can't lie, this exercise here has given me a good idea of how these groups could look. And actually, to get a group of death, as they say, is actually quite difficult. Not that there aren't good teams out there, but we're talking that where you look at and you go, I'm not sure we're making it through this. I
do want the boys to generally believe. I know there was that interview I speak about quite a bit about. Zinchenko says, I looked in the eyes and it didn't seem like the players believed they could go on and win the Premier League. I need from this Arsenal side belief, but none of them are really. I don't think many of them at all, or any of them have lifted the Champions League. So it's a big feat. Jorginho,
Havertz scored the winning goal.
Okay, but I'm thinking of the 11, the main 11 that we rely on. Havertz might be in that main 11 with Arteta's thinking, but I just want them to be able to believe that they can go far in the competition.
I think we're operating under the radar a little bit. No one, even the fans, even the most hardcore fans, are not expecting us to win the trophy. I think what most fans are expecting us to at least get out the group, maybe get last 16, last 8 would be great. And like I said, if we get any further than that, then
what I think could be key to us this time round, right? Is our away form, right? Our away form last season was really, really good in the Premier League. If we can replicate that in Europe, where we go away, fix the home form, by the way, the conceding of goals, because teams will come and counter us. But if we can be good away, like what we've been like in the league, you never know, man. We could have a decent run in it, and I'm just excited to see players like Saka. What they're going to do in this competition, what I mean? It's
true. It's
something to really exciting.
Honestly, another question all round. If we can transfer our form last season into Europe this season, aside from Man City and Real Madrid, who else are you necessarily afraid of facing?
PSG. I know.
Maybe Bayern Munich. Okay,
some heavy hitters.
Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Aside from them three, I think we stand a chance against anyone else.
PSG, I know they're a bit
Napoli might be the next ones on that list, but like I said, Napoli last season went out surprisingly.
You are right. I don't think there's not too many teams out there that outwardly facing you think, wow, I'll be scared of them. But you have to understand, as I'm sure you'll do, that it's the first time in the Champions League for a long time. It's different tactically. Different settings.
And there'll be some teams that are used to the schedule better than us, and the Arsenal players getting switched on mentally. So let's see.
The experience as well.
Well, we're going to be finding out very, very soon who actually is in the group, and we will be live on AFTV for it. Live coverage throughout as the teams are picked out, just as we've done it. Exact same way. They're using the exact same bowl. Although some might be a little bit more.
But one thing we can say that this will be a lot shorter in duration than the
That's true.
Champions
This is
League.
probably done and dusted a lot quicker. There won't be any special guests performing. We haven't invited Zidane to pick the balls out of the hat for us, but maybe next year. All right, big thanks to everyone who's joined us. Remember, as I just said, we'll be live on AFTV for the draw. Hope you've enjoyed this preview/mock draw. And let us know in the comments section below who got the worst group, and let us know also the kind of teams you'd like to see us face as maybe a test going into the knockouts. If we make it to the knockouts, what you want to see from the group, and what you think Arsenal need to make it all the way. Big thanks to everyone. Subscribe to AFTV, and we'll catch you very, very soon.